Hey all, Patrick Murphy from Quarter Inch Off here again, and I'm reviewing my dust collection, what I did to each tool. So previously I went over all the Laguna, all the main duct working, blast gates, and how all that works. So this video I just kind of wanted to show you what I did. So what I did is I went with the Dust Right system of connections. They seem to work well for what I needed them to. So I've got two main drops here, if you remember, one on each side. And what I did was go from 6-inch to 4-inch, and I put these Dust Right swivels on here, and then I connected them to 4-inch hose, and then one of these Dust Right, which are really tight connections. Now with this, I can easily just pull out my tool that I want to use, and I've got a Dust Right connection on there. This happens to be 2.5. I can plug it in there. For this bandsaw, it's got two connectors, so I ran them into a Y back here. Why? Because I could. And again, all I need to do is plug this in. Or in my router table here, again, just plug my Dust Right into there, and my jointer, when I need to use it, I can plug it right into there. So easy, convenient, just plug it in, go. I did the exact same thing over here. So again, it's 6 to 4 inches, and hose, adapter. I did get the vacuum wand and workbench collector thing. For the planer, I went with this U. This has some twist in it as well. One of the complaints about doing this with this is it may be too heavy and pull it down. But I liked this union to keep it out of the way of the wood. One of the problems with these DeWalts. I haven't tried the DeWalt yet. I can also, with this one, go ahead and plug it right here into my table saw. So that way I can just move the connection, plug it down here, and go. Perfect. Tripping hazard, whatever. I know it's there. It's going to be used minimal. And my electric's over here anyway, so it doesn't really matter a whole lot. Now, something else I did here is I did not secure the 4-inch in. The suction's enough when it's on. This hose is quite heavy too. But as you can see, I've got a drop here. And what I can do with this is, put the camera down for a second. Again, this hose is heavy. I can plug this into here. I've got a blast gate right here I can open. Otherwise it remains closed. So I got 6-inch down to here, and then I can do my table saw that way if I want, or if I need to clean my workbench. Now eventually I got a bunch of lawn equipment under here. I'm going to make a workbench with a downdraft table, some bench dogs, and a bunch of other stuff. So I wanted the ability to use this middle for my horizontal router or my sander or whatever else. So that way I could put the machine here, connect this up, and still do that. And then eventually plug it into the workbench as a downdraft table. So I wanted the ability to do that. I could easily move either one of these hoses. They're not tied in. They're both swivel, so I can sit here and turn it all I need. I just cut some wood on my table saw. Works great. Now additionally, checking out my blast gates for a section. Here's what I did for my miter saw. Pretty ugly, but the goal is to keep dust from going in there. And I need to be able to cut at any angle here and move the saw in and out. You know, maybe I could put some black, kind of like wiry stuff here that's flexible that can go in and out. But this whole piece I can just pick up and move out when I want. It's not screwed in. I've got this top that runs here, and I screwed two sides into it, and then I put these cleats at the bottom. This one needs to be a little tighter, but that one's pretty tight. I can just stick a shim back here so that this doesn't get sucked in at all and maintains what it did. And then back here, what I did is just screwed in a piece of wood so that it goes perfectly to where I want it to go. So my 6-inch will come down here and into here. So oh man, just got glue all over my table. I dusted this off the best I could, just brushing it off. You know, usually there's a lot of stuff on your miter saw over here. So I wanted to do a test. I haven't done a test with this yet. I just finished making this, so I wanted to test it. So I'll put this down here, do a few cuts, turn my dust collection on. So how well did this do? You know, there's a little speck of dust there. You saw it suck some pieces up, and I hope they didn't go all the way in. Nope, it's right over there. So there's a little bit of dust there, but it gets all the fine stuff up and out of the way. There we go, problem solved. Up and out of the way, right? So much better than what it was. It's just residual from other stuff. But, oh wow, I'm happy with this. You know, last piece of something I cut, there was just a ton of stuff over here. There's nothing over here now. So, works great. So that's it for my dust collection. Not much more to do, not much more to say. I did put all these in, and for this one specifically, just because of the weight of them, I screwed them in. I didn't want to screw this piece in, and I didn't want to have to keep moving, unstrapping something for this middle piece. But I did silicone around each and inside for the blast gates. I siliconed inside. Now I've taken a few of these apart because I messed up this specifically and put 4-inch blast gates in and changed it around. The silicone doesn't really hold or do a whole lot, I don't think. It's there. I mean, I went around all these connections, put my hand. You can't feel anything when the dust collection's on. So I think it's good, but you know, time will tell. But so far, I'm happy with it. And you know, this filter, there's nothing in the bag. I really just did a few test cuts here, and that's a bad angle for me. Pick the bar up, you know. There's your sawdust in here. Oh, there we go. Slide that back over. This is working well. Don't have any problems. When it is on, you do feel these 4-inch hoses just suck back in to where they were before they expanded all out like this. So overall, I'm happy, and this project's done, so I can actually finish setting up some tools here and start getting some work done. Thanks for watching. Bye.